Oh, this one's got the potential to be an offensive showcase. Welcome inside our San Francisco studios, Inside Pac-12 Football, the digital edition. Matt Leinart, Curtis Conway, Mike Yam with you. An Oregon Ducks team matching up against Cal. Hey, you know what? Mathematically speaking right now, the Ducks, considering some of the hiccups they've had this season, still in the thick of things right now in the Pac-12 North. An opportunity to get to that title game. Here's the recipe for them. Just go undefeated over your final 4 games. Say your prayers. You can maybe keep your fingers crossed.
I'll tell you what, they're a dangerous team right now.
They are. You don't want to play them.
Especially
Vernon Adams is healthy, and that might be the key there. But they are hoping for Stanford, at least one more loss for them in those conference games. Here's how the schedule plays out for them. Cal at Stanford. That's been, at times hit or miss for this Ducks program. SC and Oregon State. This is not easy sledding for them. But Seaway, as Matt just alluded to, it seems like they're back right now, especially with Vernon Adams healthy.
This is a different football team, and we talked about their secondary. And I know Berkovici went crazy last week.
They did have a lot of yards.
They had a lot of yards on the defense, but let's not forget that Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions against Utah, and right now,
then he was sacked 5 times against UCLA.
And there you have it. It starts up front, and right now, when you look at the way Oregon is playing on the defensive front. 21 sacks, guys, in the last 4 games, which means it helps out that secondary.
Right.
And guess what else helps that secondary and that defense? Oh, Vernon Adams, he's back. Darren Carrington, he's back. Let's not forget Rolls Royce. They're all on the field at the same time. He didn't go anywhere. They're on the field now at the same time. You can't game plan like you used to a few games ago when Oregon showed up. This is a different football team at home. I like Oregon in this game.
And there's 2 things that I think Cal's offense and what they need to do to get back on track. And the first thing, it starts up front with the offensive line. Oregon's defense has been off all year long, especially in the back end. But you said up front, they're very good. They get after the quarterback and they pressure. Cal's one weakness offensively has been the offensive line. If they can give Goff time, he's as good as there is in college football. The second thing is Cal has to be more consistent running the football. In their 3 losses, the last 3 games, they're averaging less than 4 yards a carry. They need to establish the run with Lasco, who's back, with Muhammad, these types of guys, to take pressure off of Jared Goff, to take pressure off their defense, which hasn't been playing as well. If they can do those 2 things, this game is going to be a high-scoring game. I like Cal to get back in the win column, but like you said, Oregon is a difficult team to play right now.
7 touchdowns, 7 interceptions for Jared Goff over the last 3 games. This is not what we anticipated from him.
He's trying to do too much, and I think he's putting his team on his shoulders because he doesn't have a run game to rely on. I think he just needs to take a deep breath. They need to go back to the drawing board, get the run game going, be more consistent, be more balanced, and then those receivers are going to start running wild.
Do you think that changed, though? Do you think that's going to change this week?
I don't think it's going to change.
That Oregon secondary is supposed to be one of the worst in the conference. Now, they've got 3 picks in the last 2 weeks, too, so it's going to be interesting to see if they pull back.
These spread teams don't change, man.
They don't
just
change.
Throw the ball.
They're going to spin it.
I'm trying to tell you, run the football. Look at USC. They're running the ball now, and they're winning.
And there you have it.
Don't change. I'm thinking about Spoonie Love. Does that go over anyone else's head?
I have no idea what Spoonie Love is.
Oh, God, those were the glory days.
And we're the same
back
age.
in college. I know. You don't remember Spoonie Love?
You never knew him.
Is that a cartoon? Is it music? I don't know.
You and I were about to
never
the
knew
internet real hard. You're going to be ready to laugh in a big way. Of course, everything that's happening around the conference, follow us on Twitter at Pac-12 Networks. And as soon as Cal and Oregon finishes up, end of the night, Pac-12 final score, full recap of the game, not to mention everything else that transpired in week number 10.